Probiotics are a really popular supplement now. But what do you think of them? Are they really that good? Which is better, taking probiotics or taking fiber?
So sometimes when I go out with friends, there's always that one friend who will order things like yogurt or fermented food. Or when their stomach is upset or uncomfortable, they'll also order more yogurt or fermented foods. When I ask them why, they say it's because it has bacteria that's good for your gut. Probiotics, they seem like the latest miracle drug, the easy cure all. Swallow a pill full of good bacteria every day and reap the supposed benefits. These alleged benefits include improving digestion, strengthening the immune system, reducing depression, lowering the risk of cancers, fixing irritable bowel syndrome, reducing autoimmune diseases, and even losing weight. There's all sorts of benefits to a healthy gut microbiota, but the big question is, can probiotics actually create a healthy gut microbiota? So let's have a look at that. The gut microbiota has a huge variety of different types of bacteria all living together. So a disruption of this balance can lead to disease. For example, diarrhea can happen due to increased numbers of bad bacteria in the gut microbiota. And probiotics, it's not that they don't have no use whatsoever. They do have a use, but it is a bit of a limited use. For example, if you have stomach upset like diarrhea, then probiotics can help flood the gut with good bacteria and squeeze out the bad bacteria that's causing all of the upset. However, this doesn't mean that probiotics are harmless or that they're really useful. In fact, research is showing that consumption of probiotics after antibiotics may delay the natural restoration of your normal gut microbiota. So instead of thinking of probiotics as something you can take willy-nilly, like every day, like candy, it should be regarded more as a medication to be prescribed by health professionals at appropriate times and not just something you take on a daily basis. So let's take a deeper look into our gut microbiota. In the gut, you have a huge number of good bacteria. Human and bacteria, we live together. There's about 1 to 10 times more bacteria than there are human cells. In the gut, there are 1,000 to 5,000 different species of bacteria there. We as scientists, we still don't know for sure. The main point is that we have a huge number of different bacteria in the gut. When it comes to our weight, nearly 2 kilograms of our weight is due to bacteria. So each of us have a super unique population of gut bacteria. So unique, it's like a fingerprint. So I don't want to speak like a scientist and make things super complicated or something like that. I just want to explain things in a really easy to understand way. So if we're looking at our gut bacteria, we can think of it as its own sort of society. And in our society, we have a lot of different people, right? And all of these different people with their different jobs, they all work together. For example, we have doctors, we have scientists, engineers, plumbers, bus drivers, teachers, all of these different jobs, they all work together. It's just like all of the different bacteria in our gut. Even if we still don't know exactly what species are there and what exactly they do, that doesn't mean that they're not important. All it means is that we need to do more research. So in our bodies, we have this huge diversity of different types of bacteria. But in probiotics, for example, in yogurts or the probiotic supplements, they're lacking this huge diversity. In fact, most of the probiotics on the market usually contain mostly lactobacillus and bifidobacterium, so a very limited number of species there. And like I mentioned before, it does have its uses. For example, if you all of a sudden have too much bad bacteria there, then you can take probiotics because it will flood the area with good bacteria and squeeze out the bad bacteria. But then when it floods your gut society, it might flood it with a whole bunch of teachers or a whole bunch of engineers or a whole bunch of doctors, which in balance isn't very bad. But if you have a society where you only have doctors or you only have teachers or only engineers, then it's not quite as useful anymore. A society like that won't quite work. So you want that huge number of different types of bacteria there because they all work together to create the healthy gut microbiota.